What's up, guys, and welcome to the Red Devil Stand. This is your Manchester United. This is Brighton and who have been Watchalong. And also, guys, I'm going to do now. If just give me a minute. I'm just going to see if it's working on mid Twitch. I'll just see because normally this didn't work last week. Last time I did this. Is it now? I don't think it bloody is. I don't think it is. Yeah, but it's just coming at 18 minutes, so I don't think this is. Oh wait a minute. Yeah, it is. It's working. It's working. We're on, guys. We're on. Right. So as I was saying, I'll do the team news for you now. Whilst that's why I come live early as well. So we have, and also there's a late formation change as well. We have David De Gea, Diego Dillon, Victor Lindelof. I'll tell you about that situation in a minute. Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, Bruno Fernandes, Alanga, Sancho, Fred. Also, I'll rephrase that. McFred and Cristiano Ronaldo. I'll tell you why, guys. I've come early. I've come live early because obviously I've got the play ratings. I think I have, and also because there's been a slight change. Rafael Varane has fallen ill, so Victor Lindelof is. That's why I said Victor Lindelof. So that's the reason why I've come live early. So yeah. So basically, guys, I will not be talking there for a bit until basically the game starts. So, in the meantime, guys, just enjoy a bit of Goldbridge and Levin.
We've seen it be tried in the past, obviously under Ollie, a different manager, albeit, but the obvious weaknesses are there in it, and we've seen in the parts of the games where we've sort of slipped off how it can be detrimental at times. And of course, instantly you think of McFred, as much as they have all the weaknesses in the world, there is more of that defensive cover there, and at least it probably means that Bruno has more of a freedom to play in a 3-8 role, which he's sort of already been doing anyway. Like, he's already been playing with a lot of freedom, but at least in this system, it makes more sense for him to have that freedom if you're instructing Fred and McTominay to be more disciplined. I'll be real though, like, I don't know, man. Like, I look at that Brighton team, and I just look at what they're about in terms of the principles of their team. Yeah, on paper, we're always going to probably beat them in terms of the technical quality or the star power we have, but they're just a really well drilled team, and that's going to be.
If they play well, it's going to be a difficult game, isn't it? If they play well, it's going to be very difficult.
Yeah, and it was interesting. I don't know what you think, right? But I obviously, saw shout out to Beth and the Horomano interview earlier today on the channel. Go check that out, guys. When you hear things like, Ralph is interested himself in the job, right? Which is something we all sort of roughly knew, but obviously as we get closer and closer to summer, we'll start hearing it more, I assume. You do start to go, okay, well, if you do want the job, we're going to start being a bit more critical of you in terms of, how you are as a manager and whether that can work out. And I think the big thing with Ralph is that as much as, I was someone who was a big advocate for him and I'm a big fan of this still, I'm not necessarily overwhelmed with the actual structure he's put in place, right? I had a whole debate with Adam and Beth about on the show, and I do believe there's a structure there.
What's that, guys? Mate. Oh my god. Sit down. That burn fan. Go on. Oh my god. You might as well turn it off. You might as well turn it off. do that again, right? I don't like proud Barcelona. Wait, that's not we must we get battered tonight. Do I actually want to watch it, really? No, not really, no. Do I want to watch it? No. Who was it? I actually don't want to watch. No. I'm not. Because the nerves kicked in. My nerves actually have kicked in. Trying to be calm, but I can't. Because everyone's like, oh, well, no, you never know the amount. Oh, thanks a bloody lot. Feel sick. Why? When I pick the right one, it never comes up. I'll put it on bottom up from the volume up now. It's because it's been a pain in the back. If it is, I'm going to have to do is I'll turn it down on that. Oh, for God's sake. I was a bit quiet, guys. Just trying to get this game on. Is that no? Yeah, no. Wait, it is, but it's. That's not going to come on either. 9. Is it going to stay on? I don't know.
Real Madrid on 8 minutes, it's gone, it's still 0-0. Neymar's on the bench. Mbappe did just cut it back for Di Maria, who whacked it over the top. I think he's so slimy because he's a snake, it just slipped off his foot. But it should have been 1-0, and PSG have started quite well. Madrid's midfield is Modric, Casemiro, and Kroos. Seems to be around for ages. Asensio, Benzema, and Vinicius Jr. as their front three. So I will keep you up to date with that once the United game kicks off as well. But it's got that weird vibe to this game anyway, Levin. I think these last two results have been draws. I call them a dross. They're not quite a loss, but we need to win. And then we're playing tonight at 8:15, and there's Champions League matches. I know we're in the Champions League, so we can't moan too much. It's not like we're playing Premier League and everyone else is, but it's that game that got suspended over Christmas as well, isn't it? And we really just need I think the fan base just needs an uplift. It needs the results.
Yes, man. I haven't seen someone use the word dross, but it's perfect because they feel like losses. Like me and Beth were arguing on the show the other day, and we were both calling that game a loss. And like, there's people in the comments going, "What are these guys on about? We didn't even lose the game. They're so overreactionary." But it's because it's genuinely like those games genuinely feel like losses. Like you walk away from those games and you're literally thinking to yourself, "Yeah, like, that was. I don't feel good. Like it was cool. We got a point, but we should have won." So. Yeah, that as long as you can just avoid that. I don't even care what happens in this game. As long as we can we just win and just get 3 points and just, I don't want to leave this day just feeling aggy and I want peace. I want peace. That's what I want.
The draw thing is such a good point, though, because a draw in the modern game almost is a loss. The only positive is you get 1 point and you haven't lost. But, Brighton have drawn more games than anybody this season. They've drawn 12 and they're in 9th place. If they'd have just turned 3 of those games into a win, they'd have another 6 points and they'd be 1 point behind us with a game in hand. So draws can really damage your season because Brighton are having a good season, but they've drawn loads. Arsenal, on the other hand, people don't understand how they're in a top 4 race because they've lost 7, but they've only drawn 3. So the thing about Arsenal is they'll lose and then they'll go and win 3 on the bounce. And United, we're ticking along with the draws now. We've had 7 draws. Only Chelsea has drawn more than us in the top 6. So, I suppose Man City and Liverpool on the top level have turned, and Burnley at the bottom. They're bottom of the league, but they've actually not lost that many. They've drawn a lot. A draw in the modern game has almost become a negative thing when, at times, I remember Tevez scoring for United against Spurs away.
I'm not bothered with this game, but Sporting Lisbon 0, Man City 1. I'm not bothered. I am not actually not bloody bothered.
They can almost be. We can't afford to draw today. It's just simply not a good. It wasn't a good result against Burnley. It wasn't a good result against Southampton, and it's definitely not a good result tonight. We just need a win.
Yeah, I'm just tired. I'm really, 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 really tired. I want to end this. I don't know who's on the fan forum today, but I want this match to end. I want to go on the fan forum, all smiley, busting jokes, just chill. That's what I need. Even if something bad happens, fingers crossed, knock on wood, I'm gonna be like that anyway because in this life, you gotta enjoy it. But
I think if we draw today, we would have 41 points. Arsenal would be 2 points behind us with 3 games in hand. I mean, you can never say never with the teams that are fighting for 4th. But I would almost say if we draw today, we're making that top 4 race, very, 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 very difficult. And I don't think it's very difficult at the moment. I think it's still there because we can still have a big say in it. But simply, the players have just got to go out there and understand what we understand, that this cannot be another 1-0 up and fall asleep in the second half. They've got to play for 90 minutes.
Yeah, and as a fan, you want to believe deep down that a lot of these players at least do actually care and don't enjoy losing, right? I'm sure we've all been a part of teams in different capacities growing up where you don't want to lose. Like, I hate losing personally, right? And so hopefully they can take that sort of pride and go out there and really just show off why a lot of them are very expensive and or playing for Manchester United. Very cliche stuff here. This isn't an in-depth analysis by any means, but I think a lot of, some of the issues at least that we've had come down to just having a bit of pride, right? And being able to go out there, even when you are dominating a game, but you haven't quite gotten that goal, not letting that drop, you know what I mean? Keeping your foot on the gas. And we lack that. But hopefully
the reason guys are not putting the volume up because I don't want to hear it.
I'm seeing a lot of people saying in chat, and then I deep to myself, I'm like, actually, where is this? Where am I going to see this game? I don't know. Is it on TV in the UK?
It was meant to be on BT, the original game, and I'm watching BT now, and that's got PSG against Real Madrid on it. So if you're in the UK, you can listen to it on the radio 11, or you can get creative.
Radio's boy. Radio's boy.
Anyway, we'll see on the fan forum, mate. We are very nearly going to start, and neither of us are going to commit to a result because that's just the way to be with United at the moment.
Whatever I've been saying, I don't even remember. What do I usually say when I leave here? I'm just not going to say that this time, just at risk of jinxing anything. See you guys on the fan forum. I'm not. Bye. Just bye. Bye.
Cheers, pal. Enjoyed the chat as always, and very, very, very wise words. Just don't commit because then you can't be blamed or jinxed or anything like that. Definitely. PSG versus Real Madrid is 0-0. We've got that on. Obviously, we'll have all updates for you, and you'll probably get lots of different updates in the chat because people will be watching it with different delays and everything like that. We will get a timer going. I don't know whether I've got draw team here or not, whether you can hear me, but we'll just start it at no coincidence that Lindelof Maguire equals McFred starting and Pogba and Rashford drop, says Sean Dinnity. Varane's probably got ill so he can sit at home and watch Madrid play. Think he knows went from partying Ramos and now he's next to a fridge, says Luke Carroll. We can start the timer whenever you're ready, draw team. And we've got what happened to Varane? Yeah, Varane got ill just before the game. So, yeah, we're in that situation where Varane was going to start but couldn't start. So, yeah, there we go. The timer, look, if you want to sync in with the timer, that's absolutely fine. But obviously, it's a difficult one for us to sync in with because we haven't got it on the TV in the UK. We'll be keeping you up to date with PSG, Real Madrid, but United on in the year as well. And why do we always have two keepers on the bench? Can we not put a youth player? If we've got two keepers on the bench, we didn't have two keepers on the bench. We have two keepers on the bench because Varane's dropped out, because we only have one centre back on the bench, and now that's obviously not the case. Brighton in possession and moving the ball around their back four at the moment. There he is, the snake. I've got the PSG Di Maria on the screen. Ancelotti never did get in charge of United. So Victor Lindelof's in the team. It'd be interesting to see what happens with United and how we line up defensively in this game. I'd take it. I don't know about you, but I'd happily take a 0-0 draw. Sorry, not a 0-0 draw, a 1-0 win with the scammy goal. Please do notice that we're sponsored by Boohoo Man for this show. I'm wearing the Boohoo Man Active Range top. You can get yours 40% off with the code United Stand. If you're looking to get yourself some gym wear or some stuff to wear playing five-a-side, they've got loads of stuff. You can get a lot of stuff for a reasonable price, especially when you can get 40% off with Boohoo Man Active Range. You also get an additional 10% off on checkout by using that code United Stand. So massive discount with Boohoo Man. Thank you very much. And hopefully the only thing about this stream that's going to be Boohoo is the sponsor, because I don't want to be crying tonight. I really don't. PSG have been on top in the game against Real Madrid. Obviously it's been played in Paris. United has got a goal kick at the moment. United's done nothing on the attack. It'll be very interesting to see how the United game pans out in the first 10 minutes, because I think we're going to see McTominay and Fred, as many people have said already. We're going to see McTominay and Fred. 2-0 to City already, by the way. Thanks for all the figures on that. They're playing against Sporting Lisbon. It doesn't make them the favourites because they're smashing Sporting Lisbon, by the way. But at some point, they're probably going to win it. But United will play with a deep line tonight, and they are playing with a deep line. It's the return of the back six. It's the return of Magluff. It's the return of McFred. And Brighton so far are losing the possession as well. United playing very deep on the counter at home. So, that's supposed to be expected when you play the back six. It's like last season, really. Brighton will have a lot of ball at Old Trafford, and I think I predicted it when I saw the team news. Brighton having a lot of the ball early on, and Mbappe's just made Courtois has just made a great save from Mbappe. Brighton have got a throw here as well, but lovely ball over the top. The pace of Mbappe, and Courtois makes a good save with his foot. Maguire's kicked it out for a throw in. We're giving man of the match. It is a back six, Nora. I love how people think that they know football. It's clearly a back six. It's the clearest back six I've seen since bloody last season. McTominay and Fred in front of the back four. What do you want to call it? Deep line, McTominay and we're defending anyway. That's all we've done. First 4 minutes have just been defending. Messi puts a corner in. Oh, Courtois got that. I'm not getting into arguments about what our formation is, because at the end of the day, it's a defensive formation. What's going to happen to Wan-Bissaka? And I need Varane and Bay as our pair. It will scare the opponents, says Christoph. Well, Varane fell ill in the warm-up, and Eric Bay's not even fit to be on the bench yet, because he's only just coming back from his ankle injury. He did train it yesterday. United at the moment are struggling to get out their own half. Silva scored the second goal for Brighton. Oh my God, Fred's just played a shit pass. Brighton, they're in. And it's a good save by De Gea. Already, Brighton dominating United here, and De Gea's already made a good save. They're absolutely dominating in here. Their confidence is just going to grow and grow and grow. Fred played a shit pass, Brighton carved us open, and De Gea made a good save on his front post. But the thing about that Fred pass, somebody just said there in the chat, who is he actually passing to? The pass isn't even on. It's a back four, it's a back in the Europa League, says B. Yakov. Thanks for the super chats, by the way. And please smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner. I'll check what we're doing for subscribers, but we're on the road to something, I'm sure. Might be on the road to the loss here, United. Yeah, we're on the road to 274,000. So please subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Get involved with the channel. We're live from live every morning at 10 o'clock, live every evening at 8 o'clock, obviously watch-alongs. But Maguire's had a reasonable start. I think it's Sancho's just had a chance for United. Pass to Shaw, who doesn't make the offensive runs, is Elvin. All right, okay. Even Stevie Wonder could see where he is passing. No, it's good. To be honest, that was a better chance than the Brighton chance. It was a good backfield by Ronaldo, and the shot was from Sancho. And Mbappe nearly getting in there as well. Don't worry, Mbappe's not playing for United. I've got PSG on as well as the United updates. United have got a corner. Well, it's good that United have had a chance because, as I said, in the first 5 minutes, it was all Brighton and United, not all Brighton of Leicester, but it was all Brighton domineering. So it was good. It's good that United have had a chance. At least it gets the crowd going because Brighton had the first chance, they've had all the possession, and United have had a chance with Jadon Sancho there. And again, good save by the keepers. It doesn't. I think the thing about this game is that unless we bring Pogba on, I don't think it's got the feeling that Manchester United are going to dominate the possession, dominate the game and win 3 or 4-0. I hope to be wrong, but I just don't think it's got that feel. Look for Marla White. Can you say get well soon to Stan? She's quite ill at the moment. Get well soon, Stan. Kulai says that Sancho should have passed it when he had the chance. Man City are winning 2-0 against Sporting Lisbon. 0-0 between PSG and Real Madrid, although I feel that PSG have been the better side in that game. And Luke Shaw puts it out for a throw-in his own half. It's a must-win game for United, says Mir. It is a must-win game for United. Yes, it is.
How are you?
Oh, we're going to take a shot.
Games has been a must-win game.
It's fun again! You can't remember shit!
It was the Stan's Nam. Sorry, Stan's Nam. Simple G, sorry.
I've got commentator here as well. I've got the commentator as well.
Thank you very much.
Anyway, our commentator makes it so obvious. Throw me in a bad pass. He's done that all. He's saying them.
Passed that chance to Bruno and we were winning 1.
They make it sound like he's only done a bad pass all the way through the season. Very bad season. You know what Maguire did? Maguire just kicked it out. He had the ball right, but he kicked it out.
I don't think anyone really cares whether we play well or not. We just got to get the win.
We're 1-0 down. 1-0 down. Third, there's a shit. Commentator.
Chris C says that United are terrified of leaving Maguire in a one-on-one position. I think Maguire will probably have a good game tonight because he's got so many people around him.
Oh, right.
We're definitely playing
I've got radio as well.
We're definitely playing in a more familiar way, and I think that Lindelof and Maguire
Well, Stevens,
will quite like this game. Luke Shaw is so tight.
He said, you got the game on?
Maguire. Mark, don't you think it's time we change who takes our corners? It's always the same dull thing, says God. Thank you. I think we're up to 130 something, aren't we?
I see we scored years ago. Don't want to do guys score. But see, that's what the worst do. That's what a skip with that.
I don't know why Lamptey's not playing for Brighton tonight. Very, very good player. I was looking forward to seeing Lamptey against Sancho, but he's on the bench. Graham says we're playing like the away side. Well, I noted that down before the game. I said I think the way we're set up, we're going to play counter-attacking football. So, yeah, and that's probably the way it's going to be. But United are on the attack. Alanga's got the ball.
The one who showed us that Maria.
Lamptey's apparently been rested, says Brandon. I mean, can you rest people against Man United when you've got a good chance of a result? Pedro says Brighton will always dominate possession. It's normal. I watched Brighton against Chelsea actually at the Amex, and Chelsea did win the game, but Brighton really did dominate possession without really creating anything.
If you saw the he said, no, everything else, when you're with that, right? And then
Ronaldo's having a good game, getting the ball out wide there to Sancho. Nearly getting a shot off. We've had what? We had 11 minutes and 25 minutes in the PSG game.
I just don't like him.
I thought Chelsea beat Brighton.
Come on, ready, man. Okay. Do one. Oh, the
How can Rob say we're making progress? If
Where are we
we're
going, right?
against Brighton at home, I thought Rob was going to change us. Andrew O'Brien, you make a good point. It's been well documented about Rob Bradley that he will always try and get the best out of what he's got. And I think he's just getting the best out of what he's got. Would you tell us to screen as this chunky boy? I think that ship sailed. It's a bit like Judy Barley, really. That ship has sailed. I'd rather dunk than slam. Also, why do we bother having a scouting network when all we do is pick the most prominent English star? This is Scott Johnson.
Well, I was thinking more than said, I was
Thanks very much for the super chats, by the way. Please subscribe, bottom right corner, get involved with the channel. Brighton are in down the left-hand side.
Is it 3 months? He's not run out yet, that. There's no way it's run out. I think he was in April. Hold on, let's see if it is scoring again. Oh shit,
Looks like boring to watch, says Amir.
Yeah, it's still 0-0. Still good, though. Yeah.
He's probably been one of United's better players in the first 10 minutes. And I'm not saying that's because he's having a worldie, but he's made a couple of interceptions.
One sec.
But Bruno just played a bad pass. Cucurella wins it back, but then he plays a bad pass. I think that with Maguire will probably feel quite comfortable in this team because he's got so many people around him, and we're playing such a deep line. Should United try for Basuma in the summer, Marks as coach? Yeah, 100%. He's the best.
I can't remember that being.
I think he's the best coach.
Ja, just Diego Dallo.
Mark, what happens when Lindelof plays well today? So Ralph leaves Varane out? No.
Come on.
You know that won't happen. United seem to take 2 or 3 touches before moving the ball, really slowing things down, says Andrew 81. I think that's a great point, Andrew. There's a lot of similarity to the way United played under Ollie in the first 15 minutes, and maybe that's a purposeful thing, because we've still got a lot of the same coaches. But if you go back to the end of last season and the things we were moaning about, what were we moaning about? We were moaning about the fact that we take too many touches on the ball, that we play deep, that we don't create many chances, that we can only play for 45 minutes. Well, let's see what happens today, because we're already taking a lot of touches on the ball. Tomini's just been robbed of it in a dangerous position, and it's a bit of a shambles at the moment. But Tomini just lost it in a terrible position for Manchester United. Fred and McTominay are a joke, says Michael Giffen. But now it's United coming away with Jadon Sancho in a 3v3.
Oh, for God's sake.
and Cucurella puts in a good tackle on Alanga. But Sancho did everything right on the break, 3v3, slipped in Alanga, and then it's
If you were doing everything at home here.
Cucurella, who I've mentioned Cucurella before. I like the look of this guy, and another good signing by Brighton. We're so scared of the ball, no one goes to get a pass. Is that a bad pass from Fred earlier in De Gea's mind when he passes out later in the game to Michael Betting? Well, I think United's 2 chances they've had in this game, by the sounds of it, are on the break, and I think they're set up to counter-attacking FC again. It's a back 6, it's a counter-attack, it's a deep line. You know, if the price for both was the same, who would you rather, Rice or Basuma? Price the same, Mrs. Dan Goulding. That's a cracking question. If the price was the same for both Rice and Basuma, who would you go for? Because I'd go for Basuma over Rice. The price is different. Who ranks the better player? Well, Rice is younger, so he's probably got more potential to grow. But, you know.
Saturday the 19th.
That's another shot on goal for Brighton. McAllister getting ahead of McTominay. Having a shit game. Half an hour gone in PSG. Real Madrid still 0-0 in that game.
Oh, I'm not doing much for that. Nah.
I think if we don't
I'm DJing at night. I can't.
Game, then the confidence is just going to grow from Brighton, because they're a very. I've seen Brighton come to Old Trafford before, and they never get scared in possession. Why do you always make crap teams look so good at Old Trafford? So dead. 3-0 to City, by the way. Ed B, that was from.
Main event at 10 p.m.
Brighton are not a bad side.
Sky Sports box office. Just take a break a minute, 1 minute.
One game away all season, and we're in February. Coach Marky Deitch, what is the point of swapping wingers during play? Is the idea to throw on fullbacks as well? I think we swap wingers in play. I mean, Sir Alex used to do it. You know, it is to try and mix it up a bit, yeah. But I'm a strong advocate of not running before you can walk. You know, I don't think we've established our wingers performing in their designated starting position. You know, so why are we swapping them around? I think Ronaldo started the game quite lively. He's had a good bit of link-up play. But yeah, I wouldn't put any disrespect on Brighton. They're a very good side, and I don't know what the possession stats are, but I would imagine that they probably had more of the ball than we are. Varane's not starting because he fell ill in the pre-match warm-up, so Lindelof came into the team. And to be fair, the defence, I wouldn't say looks comfortable because it's conceded 2 half-decent chances to Brighton in the first 20 minutes. But United have had a good chance as well. So quite an equal game at the moment. But I feel like Brighton are winning the midfield battle. It's 70% possession for Brighton, says Timothy. Surely that's not right. Surely that's not right, Timothy. If it is, it's disgusting for a home team. It's 56% possession for Brighton, not 70% across the whole game. Why do we always make crap teams look so good, says FB? And the pathetic thing is they're playing Ollie ball sitting back on the break. Also, I thought Scott and Fred could play at this level at least, says Jacob. It was 70% of the first 10 minutes, says Space Invaders. Well, there you go. We're improving. We're improving. Good coach, Potter, though. I don't like to say it, but you'll probably be quite impressed by Brighton if you don't watch much of them. They're a very, very, very good possession side. It makes you think, what if Potter had better players? And maybe he wouldn't be able to coach better players. Some people prefer to coach players that that are not top players because they're not so egotistical. But I mean, the way that Potter gets his team to play. Even under pressure, Dunk finds Cucurella. I get Brighton are a decent playing team, but aren't we supposed to be United? And that's a very good point from Ed B as well. We can respect them. Get McTominay off, my God, says Grantos. And look, you know, I wouldn't have started him anyway. Red Dead Redemption's on a Thursday night, mates. I would have found a way to start Paul Pogba tonight. Yeah. I barely noticed Messi in the PSG game, to be honest. I've noticed Mbappe, but I've barely noticed Messi in this game. How many of Brighton's 11 start for us, Mark, says Steve Locke? Well, on paper, not many should start, but on form, you probably get quite a few of them in there. Is Maguire better than Dunk? I don't think he's quicker than Dunk. Dunk's very slow. Hi Mark, do you think Randy can have a difficult job trying to get his philosophy and tactics since the players know he's only...
So simple.
I mean, you know, this is not Randy's ball. Just waiting for another pass.
Oh, and as mentioned, guys, I won't be doing a watch song for this. No, I'm not. I'm not doing a watch song. This Saturday night, Manchester Arena, hopefully approximately 10 p.m. Amir Khan versus Kell Brook.
Yeah, that suits them. Counter attack. Because I just don't think he thinks he can get it. I think we need to score first in this game, and I know we've scored first in a lot of games, but I think we really do need to score first in this game because if we went behind, I feel that we might suffer.
Different.
The box, but doesn't do anything. It's been sloppy. Players switch off in defence, can't sense the danger at all. Passing has been a bit lazy. His players out of sync, needs to get better. Says Sickle. Hi Mark, you say hi to Gail Webb. She's my girlfriend, and we both love your streams. I honestly think she has a little crush on you as well. Says Lipids. Well, there you go. She's got good taste. Shout out to Gail. And so you're telling me Brighton can keep the ball longer than overpriced team with Godfather of Geek and press manager. Do we have an explanation, says Karan? As I've tweeted there, look, this is not Ranieri's ball.
No, it's not. It's actually not. I think that's
basically what he's decided to do. He's going to pick a team that, you know,
I didn't do this.
Mark, why not Potter at United? Pogba should be playing. I don't see what Fred's role is here. No contributing to attack or defence, says Chaz. I think Pogba's just being rested, mate. Mark, do you think that Man United should at least try to get Mbappe, yellow card there to Casemiro, this summer? We're not going to get Mbappe, Arjan. He's ambitious. Would you take Hassenhut or Deitch? Hassenhut plays, definitely. People are saying that Ranieri has just shouted 4-2-3-1. And goal kickers. Ronaldo tries to slip in Alanga. I tell you what, I always thought that Marcus Rashford was faster than Alanga, but I think Alanga might be. He is a pace merchant, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but he is fast. Well, if Ranieri has said 4-2-3-1, which is what some people are saying, it only confirms what I said, that it's a back six, baby. It's a back six, baby. Counter-attack FC. Pace is an attribute. Of course it is Keegan Bridge. And I think some people take it as a negative, but Ranieri definitely likes a bit of pace. He's all about the pace. Ronaldo's been pathetic, says Pete Cost. I think Ronaldo's link-up play's been all right. He could have had an assist if Sancho had scored. He's not had any service yet. He ain't faster than Rashford, says Marcus. Mark, I haven't texted for a while, but a genuine question, pal. Where are we going with this team? Do you feel the players are just waiting for the summer? Yes, Stephen Atkinson, I think you're making a great point. I think that this team is just... We're basically in Ollie mode. We're trying to grind out, get top four. You know, that's what we are. It's about the result. We're not building anything in relation to a style of play or anything like that. That's gone out the window. I think he tried to do that in the opening few weeks, and the players couldn't do it. So he's gone back to something that the players are more familiar with, which is counter-attacking in a back six, which can work. We got in the top 4 last year playing like that. You think Ranić told them to grow into the games, as Ashton? Maybe. Maybe he did say to them, Brighton will probably try and get on the ball, and we've just got to play our way into the game. It's a 90-minute game. Possibly the worst assembled group of players in Premier history. Our football is embarrassing and has been for too long for OT to be a manager issue, says Robbo. You guys notice how much Ronaldo flaps his arms and is complaining all the time at everything. I don't think he must be fuming inside at what he sees, Simon. And like it or not, Ollie got some weird results for this style. I don't mind Ralph grinding out this win, says Rowan. And ultimately, Rowan, it's a very mature comment, because ultimately it is the win will be more valuable than the performance. If we play well and we win, great. But if we play well and we draw, I think we'd all prefer to play bad and win. Mark, completely agree. The board needs to set up a multi-year plan and stick to it. Otherwise, we'll never catch up with our rivals. Says Nick X. Just gonna have a quick stretch, actually. It'd be nice if we could just have a little bit of possession around the edge of their box. Just keep the ball a little bit. Kevin B says, is the game any good? Ralph just told the team to play volleyball, 4-2-3-1. Some sloppy pass there from Maguire. He's not the only one, to be fair. Imagine how many goals Ronaldo would have scored at City.
He can't get the ball up. Why is Ronaldo going to a number near right back? Joke this. Oh my God.
Mark's not in a kill, Scooby-Doo. I am wearing it in the hope that Tommy scores, so I can go Scooby-Doo. But if Burnley get relegated, Dyche will be available in the summer, says Alan. Given the opportunity to play for United, you'd play like a Lancashire.
Yeah, I'm not going to get relegated. I don't know what he's on about.
No more excuses. Play well or sell, says Jazz.
Look at this passing here by who about Brighton? Do you need to put on Burnley?
Ewan Jones says the club is dying. Hey, half an hour gone, 0-0. Only takes 1 goal to win and a clean sheet. I could see us getting a clean sheet tonight. I know people will laugh at me, but I could definitely see us getting a result tonight, because are all Brighton aren't the most clinical side. Only 4 players out there are United standards for short turnaround. And United's passing has never been worse in 50 years, says Ziggy Johnson. There's no conviction in our passing. There's no confidence in our passing. There's no speed in our passing. There's a lot of, I'm going to write this down, the Ollie traits, I call it. Too many touches, deep line, lack of chances, and no game plan. And what I mean by that is we're not playing triangles. We're switching the ball from side to side, and it's like everybody gets the ball and hasn't got an idea of what they're doing. If you play for Man City, or even actually forget,
if they're going to shove, why centre you pillock?
Forget Man City. Brighton know when they get the ball what they're going to do with it. Manchester United don't know what they're going to do with the ball when they get it. They're just like, they're playing off pure sort of moments, really. Mark, what players do you feel are currently suited to play Ranić for, and what players are holding it back, to Fabio? And Mark, I think we're going to draw, and I'm tired of this club, so sleep tight. Personally, I'll say this now. I think that this game is only going to unless we get a goal, which would be great, but I think this game is, our best chance of winning this game is going to be when we bring Pogba and Rashford on. And look, I agree with Rashford being dropped, but I think from the bench he offers something, and I think Paul Pogba obviously offers something. So, yeah, 4-0 to City. They'll be able to play the kids in the second leg. Do we need McSauce in this game? Feels like he's just hovering around doing nothing. Pogba would make such a difference at Nick P. Well, I think we will see one of the, either McTominay or Fred come off in the second half. And I think that's when our chance to win could happen. I hope. 0-0 PSG and Real Madrid, but 4-0 to Manchester City. And it's not even half time. I don't think the Portuguese league's anywhere near as good as the Premier League, do you? United had a break there, but Fred couldn't find Bruno. Why is nobody talking about Bruno? He always passes back and has no creativity, isn't what he used to be. Well, we did speak about Bruno 70. I love it when I give, like, Maguire a bit of criticism, and everyone will go, oh, you don't give Ronaldo any criticism, you won't give Bruno any criticism. I literally said when the team news came out, are we not at the point where actually, if you want to play McTominay and Fred, you might be better off dropping Bruno for Pogba? Because, Pogba's in better form than Bruno at the moment.
Can't give him the ball. We can't keep hold of the bloody ball. Well, in Brighton be like. So we'll get angry tonight. Well, that's a bit fucking late, isn't it?
Fred is too sporadic. Fred and McTominay are very different players, but they're very similar players. They'll have one big game. It's half time PSG and Real Madrid. They'll have one big game, and then they will have 5 or 6 bad games. And then they'll have one big game, and they'll have 5 or 6 bad games. And they're very different players, but they're very similar in the way they perform. Our midfield doesn't exist today, including Bruno, says Mattia. Well, it's very interesting what, I think it was Rio Ferdinand said that he's been speaking to an Everton player. I think he actually represents or works with an Everton player. I forget which it is. It's that one who, when we equalised...
Look, why are they taking shots from him?
I think it's Godfrey, wasn't it? So they basically, in training at Everton, they're over... They can't believe how good Donny van de Beek is. And they basically said things like, United's players must be amazing if Donny van de Beek can't get game time. Do you think the captaincy has affected Maguire? I think it's benefited Maguire, Jody, because I think it's why he starts games. If this is how we struggle now, I hate to think of the 4-game stretch in March, Spurs, Liverpool City and Atletico, similar vibes to the Liverpool City Watford earlier, says Nick X. And Robert gets in, thank you very much for the super chat. Alanga's getting a bit of stick at the moment. I think Alanga would be better off the left. And as the young player, I think I would have played him off the left. It's another game where Delo's not having a good game because he's not really getting forward. But then again, neither is Luke Shaw. So far, we've made Brighton look like prime Barcelona in possession. So
I said that.
About football knew this was going to happen. I mean, Rangnick admitted it at the weekend that we're not in a position as a footballing side to,
It needs Rashford this game. I never thought I'd say, but it needs Rashford this game. Or Pogba. He needs them both. Crap this. Absolutely crap.
Best player of all time not turning up to the Champions League, says Mr. Armstrong. And Alanga would be better off in the Championship, says Jazz. Let's not turn on a young player that's only just starting to forge his career. This ain't Marcus Rashford. This ain't Scott McTominay.
Because we're being slow.
This is breakout season. Mark, TUSFC will win the league before United, says David. You're probably right. And Mark, I watched the United v Spurs game where we won 5-3. I was actually astounded at the work rate of our midfield, says Greg. Oh, mate, it's depressing to go and watch United of the past because the way they move the ball about. Even if you go and watch like the '94 team, I was watching a game the other day with the '94 team with Paul Ince in it, and oh my God, the power from the midfield and the drive from the midfield and Keane and Ince, it's just unbelievable.
I don't let him score.
Cross came in from Brighton, cleared away. I mean, we're defending reasonably well. I mean, we're just very boring to watch. When Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was interim, he won so many games with inferior players. He can't string 2 wins together. Had Ole stayed after Watford, he'd be pushing second with this run of fixtures. You're talking.
All right, we know.
You said that's from and you're talking out your ass. We've been nearly in second with Ole. He was done. So bad Sam Pogba's on the bench as a potential impact sub instead of having the mentality win from the start, says Chris Mill. I do think our best hope in this game is when Pogba comes on.
That, what's he doing? Jesus Christ. Right, if you don't shut up, we know. Right.
Opinions on why we get Hannibal around. I think it's perfect for him. To Scott, you might get one today. James Anna, thank you very much for the sticker.
Fucking bullshit there.
Brighton having a lot of the ball. Somebody would just say, can you tell us what the possession stats are? I don't think it will be 54% to 46%, so it's not. We have had a bit of the ball. They've had more shots than us, 42, and 2 on target to 1. But we have had a corner, and they haven't.
Just rubbish, nice.
He ain't getting any better. We need to stop hyping up players as Jazz. Looking at Alanga, he's okay. And Ronaldo has been lively all match. He's been making loads of runs in the boxes, Nick Stevens, but the players are not wanting to pass to him.
I'm getting frustrated. I need something to eat. I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting frustrated.
Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Please subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner on the road to 274,000 on the United stand. Hope you're all doing well. If you want the Glazers to... sorry, what was that? If you want the Glazers to fix up for sale, stop going to the games for the rest of the season, says I do. You know what, mate? There's no point in saying that because people make their individual choice. I disagree with Ole being done because before we signed Bruno, we were rubbish as well. He should have been given another transfer window, says Rash. This is what depression does to people. Gets them starting different things. Basuma's just hit a shot from about 35 yards out. Dream, when I need you. Mind closing the poll, mate? Shit, I didn't. Okay, the poll has closed now. I don't know why I didn't close that poll. Result tonight, 44% went with the United win, 33% went with the draw, and 23% went with a Brighton win. So still United winning out, but it's pretty close between a United win and a draw. So we'll end that poll. 40,000 people voted on that poll, so thank you everybody. We'll do man of the half for you in a moment. 42,000. I did leave it up there for a long time. That's what she said. Yeah, you ain't beating David De Gea from 35 yards out. Basuma might be a good player, but he ain't doing that. Think Pogba will come on at half time, says JF Gamer. I don't know whether he'd do it at half time. Given how poorly the club is running the players that will still be at the club next season, why would Ten Hag want to take the United job, says Daryl Streets? I know, I disagree with that. Big save from David De Gea, says the chat. Absolute world-class save by De Gea. The cross taken in. David De Gea leaps to his right and saves it. Mark Burney just brought joy at how good has it been, says Hisham. And Brighton have been better. I can't believe there are actually people who think United was better off with Ollie, says Jacob. And depressing indeed, Mark. I was watching the semi-final versus Juventus. That team's absolutely mesmerising, says Tashunga. It pains me to hear our best attack was Martial, Ronaldo, Sancho, midfield, Tommy, Donny, Bruno. We haven't seen it once, says Rashford.
Well, sit down.
David De Gea there. I don't know how.
What a save by Big D. What a big save by Big Dave. Mother. What did he do? Moderation. Sorry, I had to do it.
A worldie by David De Gea.
They've all quiet. They've all been quiet. All of them. Ronaldo, Sancho, Bruno. Everyone's been quiet. Every single one of them. Except for David De Gea.
We need to start new campaigns to get rid of the Glazers, and about time we stand up to them, waste the space, as Daniel Canning. And I think the Sooners just had a shot just right there.
They're gonna fucking score. They're gonna score. I can see it.
And now I really see what we're hearing is struggling to favourite and forced to play them. Running, and I understand the.
They're gonna fucking score, aren't they? They're gonna score. I can see it. They're gonna score, aren't they? I can see it.
God knows where Luke Shaw was. I understand the frustration of the majority of the players, but what's all the hate on a young prospect in Orlando? 100%.
Never been so frustrated in my life.
I don't think Harry Maguire's having a good game. I don't think McTominay's having a good game. I don't think Fred's having a good game. They're just running through us constantly, and I think it's one of those games where the only thing you can say is that, look, we're not losing. City winning 4-0 and we're struggling to beat Brighton, says Comity. Forget the 90s. In 06, we had John O'Shea, CDM, finished second. It's not quality, it's the lack of ambition and leadership. It's a shame.
Yeah, I've had booing. Let them boo. I don't care. They're booed it. I don't know what's doing with them. We're playing at home. We're playing slow. We're going to be about 2 or 3 down.
You know, it's very interesting when the ex-players start saying what you're saying. Remember, like last season, we were on about, you know, McAuliffe and McFred and how that was the problem, and it took the mainstream media ages to say anything about it. And you know, like we've been on about it for 6 weeks about the disgraceful behaviour of the players and how they're leaking information, and then nobody said anything about it. And then Gary Neville on his podcast at the weekend is going, "They're a disgrace. We know who we are." I mean, people like it when people like Gary come out and say something, but we've been saying it for 6 weeks. It's slow sports news because they wait until they're safe to say it, because, you know, it's safe to say it when everybody knows about it. But the players are not playing for each other. There's so many bad rumours about these players. They're not.
Brighton fans are singing there.
And it's creating the issue. Free kick on the edge of the box for United here. When are we getting a statue of David De Gea outside Old Trafford? Is the only reason the club has stayed relevant for the last few years is the RPG game.
They're getting frustrated, no, they're bloody home. And Brighton are playing at the prime Barcelona.
Mate, we're now another 5 years off the title. Can people shut their gob about Alanga and give them a chance? Well, it's just
Ronaldo going somewhere.
Right on the edge of the box. For me, there's
Ronaldo just go. I'm getting sick of this.
Mark, this is just pathetic. My friend can't defend or pass. We've got to play a back 6, says Nick. Ronaldo should not take this. It's not a penalty. It's right on the edge of the box. How many times has the head saved us, says Alderino, and why should we play for Ronaldo? Ronaldo should play for the team, says Rash. Rash, can you just chill it out? Because everybody knows you're anti-Ronaldo, and there's a lot of people playing today, and I don't want it just to turn into your obsessive agenda against Ronaldo. There's other people playing. I think the 40 minutes sums up the fact that the players are just not good enough, says Davin. Will we see a bit of Sue? Fred might have a look at the free kick. Is David De Gea your favourite Man United goalkeeper, says Pavidal? No. Fred doesn't deserve to be here there next to Ronaldo, says Jazz. I think that's a Bruno free kick on the edge of the box. It should always be. So the free kick's been hit. Ronaldo hits it into the wall for a corner. I think Bruno should be on that free kick. You know, Ronaldo's not got the technique to whip it, curl it. That's a Bruno free kick, or even a Fred. Majority of our players are comfortable losers, says RC. Corner won by Harry Maguire, but absolutely no direction on it, so it's no goal. But at least it's a shot. Do you think the board are regretting yet not signing a CDM? I don't know, but they probably don't know what a CDM is. tomato soup. They probably think it's a tax return or something. Mark, my dad and I watched you for a couple of years now, and this is one of the worst times I can remember just to gloom over the club. How do you deal with it? Has been, I deal with it like this. I don't know how people sit and watch a game of football on the TV without interacting with other fans. It would wind me up. At least we do get a community where we can chat. I'd rather we were having more debates about more positive things, but we have been here before. We were here with Ollie. We were here with Van Gaal at the end. We were here with Mourinho at the end. We were here with Moyes. Let's be honest, Mark. This is piss poor football from United. And I'm almost throwing up watching this. Absolute rubbish. This is Daniel Shabar. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. We're nearly at half-time. Backwards and sideways, United, 90% of forward passes from our 6 at the back goes to a Brighton player. No player creativity. I hope you nick the win. This is absolute shite, says Declan. Should be losing. And
Booze God. King God.
Let's just
keep going on.
Just get the tweets out, and then we'll have a bit of a chat. I mean, the difficulty I've got is it's really difficult for me to say to you who should be the who should be. Apparently, some booze at half time. This is like therapy for Mark. He can vent and we can vent back, says Logan, and we are so bad, says Ali Morgan. I don't know whether there are boos at half time, but some people said that there were. Players booed off at half time. Thank God fans realise how piss poor we are, says it's not. And Benzema destroying our defence and reading the thread like text, no tempo or possession on our half, both United and Brighton, total bullshit. Tashi, I suppose the thing I would say straight away is that Brighton are a good side, but Brighton have drawn 12 games this season, and Brighton are in the league table. Brighton are what, 8th, 9th? I don't know. So we're at home. We want to finish in the top 4. We've just been completely embarrassed by Brighton. They've had the 2 best chances of the game. David De Gea has made a world-class save again to keep us in the game, and United have not even created a chance for Ronaldo yet, who is the striker. And it doesn't matter whether it's Ronaldo, Cavani, Rashford, Martial. We've created no chance for our striker again. We're playing deep, counter-attacking football at home. To be honest with you, I think Rangnick has gone, I'm just going to tell these players to play how they played for the last 3 years. I think that's what he's done. He's basically decided he can't get them to play the way he would like. He's only here till the summer. Leave that to the next manager. Go out there and play the Ollie way. Because that's what we've done in the last couple of games. At home to Southampton and Brighton, who are better pressers than us and better passers than us, we've basically played a deep line with counter-attacking football. That's what we do against Southampton. That's what we're doing against Brighton. And Brighton have had the better chances. And the only way we're going to win this game is if by some way we manage to keep a clean sheet and we get a goal, which we're more than capable of doing at Old Trafford. I've been discussed if we don't win, if we can't score a goal at Old Trafford. But, I'm never too sure about doing a team off, but they're not good enough. They're just not good enough. If I was a player like Rashford, Bruno, I'd be embarrassing to be part of this generation of Man United. Do you think they care? Says Jack Edwards. And in fairness, Maguire isn't the worst today, but Tommy and Fred getting dominated as per usual, says Amber. Mate, but you know what? You're just polishing a turd. Like, he has been bad. He's the captain of the team, and he's been pulled out of position numerous times. He's not the worst, but he's not having a good game. This is the mistake we keep making. Al Maguire didn't make a game-drawing mistake, so he must have had a worldie. Like, we have this problem in our fan base where if somebody just has an average game, they've had a world-class game because they've not been shit. And I don't think Maguire's played well. I couldn't tell you who the half-time man of the match is for United because I don't really think there's a standout performance. You're ultimately saying, did they do anything wrong? There's only one man of the match, and it's David De Gea. I can't even do a poll because if it wasn't for De Gea, we'd be losing. Hardly any fouls committed by United as they're nowhere near the ball, says Keith. And I've had more enjoyment watching a horse start. This is Championship player at his best, as Apollo. And Old Trafford is fuming. Call me a hater, but I think Alanga seems very average outside his work rates, as Carramore. And also, do you think Poch or Ten Hag go to another league if you don't finish in the top 6? As Sandy? Look, someone's always going to want the Manchester United job. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. Remember, we're sponsored by Boohoo Man. I'm wearing some of their clobber. You can get 40% off with an additional 10% off with the code United Stand. Active wear with Boohoo Man. If you're down the gym, you're going to be playing a bit of five-side running. You can get a lot of products, good quality products for a very reasonable price with your 40% off. Use the code UnitedStat through the link in the video description. Not Pogba SC, but without him, we have no creativity, says Michael. I mean, Michael, I said it with 20 minutes at the first half gone. I felt that the only way we're going to win this game, it's 0-0 in PSG versus Real Madrid, by the way, and the only way we're going to win this game is when Pogba comes on. I mean, that's my big hope. Attacking the Stratford end with Paul Pogba in the team is basically our best chance, I think. I'm sorry, Delo is shocking. People who say he's better than Wan-Bissaka by a mile are in denial, says Sean Burton. Every time we get the ball, the players literally look backward with it. They just don't know who to pass to, says Vishal. No point in even mentioning individuals. We're getting washed in every phase of the game, says PMP Patrick. Compared to the past, what worries me is that I don't even know how to pinpoint what's going wrong, says Jack Edwards. And come on, Mark, stop being harsh on Maguire. We ain't playing Albania, says Jaden. And when was the last time we saw Ronaldo getting a clear chance like Basuma to shoot? Yeah, this is the thing about chances. Ronaldo is fuming every game. How Fred actually plays professional football, especially United, echoes how poor his team is. And Mark, you can polish the turf, you can roll around in glitter and slap the captaincy on it, says Jacob. And if this was our best start, I'm really scared of what will happen in the second half. United Brett versus Brighton. And what we're doing on the field, this is worse than Ollie, says Arab. You just about stayed away during the booze, during that booze woke me up, says Ramsey. And Ronaldo made so many forward runs, nobody in the midfield noticed that, no delivery inside the opponent's box, says Mondale. And McTominay must be doing something mad to keep his spot in the team. He's such a dead player, Aiden G. Well, the thing I would say is this. The most important thing
I'll give you a bit of a hard time analysis, guys. I'll give you a bit.
We could be 6-0 down. Or they'd be 2-3-0 up and they'd just go into cruise control like they did at Old Trafford. If that was Liverpool at Anfield next week,
I'm just going to...
A really good team is going to kick our ass. Like, because we're playing like this every week, we're going to get hammered. And
like I said, guys, right? We are gonna. It's like Gorbin just said that we are gonna absolutely get slaughtered. The only reason we're not because of David De Gea, right?
Harry Potter, you want to get his bloody. He's not Graham Potter. He's not going to get a wand out and turn those players. I keep saying this because this is what I feel. We're just not good enough. McTominay and Fred get bossed by every midfield in the Premier League virtually. The only time they play well is Leeds. Like, Bruno's disappeared. Ronaldo gets no service. Sancho's been quiet. The back four are terrified and just stand close to each other saying, help each other, help each other. You know, what's going to work? Teamwork. You know, it's like, it's a shambles. And this is why I say, over the next 18 months, we're screwed. Because we're not in a bad run of form because we're not good. We're in a bad run of form because we're no good. Like this is not a dip. This is not a few players weirdly playing out of form at the same time. We're not good enough. The players are just not good enough. And this ain't going to get any better. And that's why I said that our only chance of winning this game is when Pogba comes on. But that's individual. That Pogba comes on and the game changes because that's relying on an individual. This is so similar to Ollie. Everybody gets the ball and they're taking too many touches. We're playing a deep line, we're playing counter-attacking football, and we're basically relying on the brilliance of De Gea and a brilliant moment from somebody else to score a goal. Whether it's Bruno, Ronaldo, Sancho, Pogba, Rashford, maybe off the bench. We're relying on...
We'll be second half of C.
And then a clean sheet. And this is
I don't think we will. Nah.
No,
I said that.
We should be 1-0 down. Simple as that. It was a golden opportunity. One we can say, but we're not going to get any better. We might grind some results out. We might win this game. We might win against Leeds. We might win against Watford.
I like Rudolph. There's no gel that team.
The results will not be because we're a good team. They'll be because we've
I don't feel like doing it.
And I guarantee at Anfield, we need a miracle. Miracles can happen, but we're going to Anfield with one of the worst United teams in years. We're going to Man City with one of the worst United teams in years. And the only thing we're going to hope for is that the players turn up for 90 minutes because it's a big game. We're in huge trouble. We're not good enough. And the reason I and many other fans go on about Harry Maguire is because he's crap. He's the captain of the club and he's crap. McTominay is crap. Fred is crap. They might put one or two good performances in a season where you go, oh, there's something there. But the consistent theme is they're crap. We're just not good enough. And I think I don't think Ranić's thrown the towel in. I think he's realised that he can't get these players to play the way he wants to play. So he's sending them out to play the way they want to play, which is he's probably had a chat. Harry, how do we get you playing well? Well, I love to play in a back four where the fullbacks tuck in and we play 2 CDMs in front of me. And I've got loads of cover when I make a mistake. And we play a deep line so I can't get done from the ball on the back. But Harry, how do we score goals that way? Well, we keep a clean sheet because we're all stood together. And then we hit it long and try and score a goal on the break or a moment. And it worked well last season. I just realised that Maguire is our captain. Our fans have never sung a song praising him. That says a lot, says Bradley. And do you ever agree that Maguire isn't half? I've done that one. Do you think Poch have done that one? How did we get here? How can we be such a polo team? Good goalkeeper and above average attack options and a big hole in midfield. Had they not invested in January, says John. Brighton look like the home team. You wouldn't know there's 150 million difference a year in wages between the sides. I mean, that's just appallingly embarrassing, James. You're right. Honestly, take off Fred for Pogba and shift into a 4-1-3-2 with Sancho or Orlando up front, edge of the box with Ronaldo in the box. Tactics change, wins the game. Smash it. He's going to do it. He's going to do it. He's done it in his last 3 games. We did it against West Ham. We did it against Burnley. We did it against Southampton. In the last 15 minutes, he's took off McTominay. We've gone for it. He's going to go for it. So you may as well go for it because this is shit. Go for it for 45 minutes. If we win 4-3, we win 4-3. It's better than 0-0. There's a ship leaving from Liverpool headed to the Port of Hamburg. If Pogba isn't on it at half-time, I'm personally buying the ticket for Ralph, says Kevin. And Ralph Rangnick must have been told that he will not be the manager after this season and just give up on his tactics. No time for him to develop anything anyway, says Mario Franco. I agree, Mark. Can't wait for big games so that the owners know how bad we are, even though it hurts, and they're still going to post the old videos, says Tashi. And Maguire will be the first long-term United captain not to win a trophy, says Alan Lees. And we look like a Sunday pub team, says Seja. Well, I couldn't hear any booing, but there's plenty of people in the chat saying there was some booing. And if there was some booing, then, the fans have got a right to do that. They're fans of this club. And George just told me there was some booing. He heard it as well. So, look, I'm not a big fan of booing. The funny thing is, I get called negative. The United fan gets called negative. I'm more than happy to have my verbal say on what's going on. I'm not a massive fan. I'm not a massive fan of booing. I never have been. But each to their own. It's up to them. I've seen better soccer aid performances at Old Trafford, says Peter. This match will be about second half intensity because the last 3 matches, the goals were conceded in the second half. Ram, as a positive, I've been in positions where we've been 2-0 down at the Etihad and City were going to win the league and people are going mad and then we've won 3-2. Football's a funny old game. It's 90 minutes. Second half, we might put a good performance in the second half. Maybe that was the plan. Maybe Rangnick said, don't put everything into the first half. We need to keep something back for the second half. Pogba comes on and we get better. So there are prospects, but I think the fans' frustration is starting to bubble over because we've got to win today. Even if we win, top 4 is not straightforward. But if we lose today or draw today, I think top 4's gone. He can't be 2 points ahead of Arsenal. If we draw, we're 2 points ahead of Arsenal and we've got 3 games in hand. Can't be 2 points ahead of somebody and they've got 3 games in hand. And we've got to go to their place. Arsenal will beat us at the Emirates. They will. At the moment, they beat us. Things are very worrying when your own goalkeeper is man of the match already at half-time, says James Long. We're so bad. Brighton looks like the home team. 60% possession. They've had a lot doing at Old Trafford. We're miles off. This is going to get worse, says Big Nesh. Mate, the amount of tickets that were up for grabs tonight as well, considering it's not on the telly as well, and it's a league game that we need to win. I tell you what, social media, the forums, they were awash with tickets available tonight. If you wanted to watch United, tonight was the night. I mean, absolutely. I think fans are getting fed up. Do you think Ralph goes in at half-time and asks why he's so crap, says Egg? And Fred and McTominay are useless midfielder, and whenever United will plan to sell them, I will party like hell, says United boys. They're just not. They're not United quality, are they? And I know people want to say, I've had it in the past. Well, Mark doesn't rate McTominay, but Sir Alex does, Mourinho does, Carrick does. Well, Sir Alex bought Jemba. So, nobody's right all the time. I hope they are right about McTominay. I hope they're right about Fred. I hope they're right about Maguire. But you can only. I don't wake up in the morning and think, I don't like McTominay's hair. I judge them on what they're doing on the pitch, and they've had a lot of chances. It's like somebody said in the first half. Donny van der Beek is playing in the midfield 2 for Everton, and we're picking McTominay and Fred. Make it make sense, somebody. Mark was shit, but it's okay because I googled test off the other day and might download the app, says Kevin. That's a win. That's a win for the Glazers. They'll have voice recognition technology on, and that will be a big win. Somebody's downloading the Tessos app during a United game. Scooby-Doo is not good enough, says Livewire. I mean, look, if we're absolutely honest, based on that half, De Gea was fantastic, the low was quiet, Lindelof was okay, Maguire average at best, Shaw average at best, McTominay poor, Fred poor, Bruno poor, Alanga quiet, Sancho quiet, Ronaldo quiet. I know the front three weren't great, but they're in a graveyard shift. Still 0-0 PSG and Real Madrid, by the way. I'm surprised that Real Madrid have got a... I mean, this is why I don't think PSG will win the bloody Champions League. They need to be winning this game in Paris. But yeah, I think that we'll lose it. The trouble is the midfield. They're coming out for the second half. Mark, I like fart in the air, invisible, just Tashi. All right, okay. Boring games, says AJ, and nothing more than Sunday league crap in a local pub. Let's hope in the second half we can turn it around. Second half FC. We need to win. At the end of the day, I'll say what I said before. We need to win. Second half kicked off. We need to win. 100% need to win. And however we win, that's got to be the positive. Beth says, I'm absolutely fuming. How could you put that little effort in at Old Trafford is beyond me. I think she's at the game as well. Well, there's got to be a response. When you've been booed off at half-time, there's got to be a response. But these players, sometimes the mentality's not quite right. I don't buy we aren't good. He could have picked players like Martial and Van der Beek to make us better, and Ralph turns them down. Ralph is now making himself part of the problem. Sandra O'Brien. I reckon a testimonial team with your old legends playing this team, they'd probably get a result, says Andrew81. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Remember, Boohoo Man is sponsoring the stream. Check out the link in the video description. You get 40% off with the code United Stand. Cheer yourself up with a bit of Boohoo Man cover. I've got my top on here. Fantastic training gear, and if you're playing five-a-side or running or just chilling around, get 40% off with an additional 10% off through the link in the chat, United Stand. The video description. Please subscribe to the channel, by the way. We're on the road to 275,000. I don't know how we're doing, but we're live every morning at 10 a.m. And we've also got the 8 p.m. show as well. We've got the match reaction after this game, where we'll be doing your player ratings. And see, Luke Shaw came forward then. I thought he was switching the play, and it was one of the shittest passes you'll ever see when he's on the attack. Really poor. We're only 300 away from 274,000 subscribers, so click that button in the bottom right-hand corner and subscribe. Join the United Stand conversation. Round on 0-0 to Stuart. I can't see 0-0. We can't have an old 0-0 when we're attacking the Stretford end. There's a few empty seats, apparently. Am I wrong, or did Liverpool and Chelsea fail to beat Brighton last time they played them? Brighton to be admired, says Mark. Hey, mate, Mark, there's absolutely no shame in Brighton coming to United and playing well. But we need to win. Could we not turn Lindelof or Bay into a CDM, says Danan. And I've been watching the team I've supported and loved all my life become rotten from the inside out and exhausted, says Matty Ross. From top to bottom, that club is rotten. That should be the chant, because it sort of rhymes. From top to bottom, that club is rotten. There you go. 5-0 to City as well. United are dropped because Watch and Go aren't supporting them, says Lord Raffux. Lindelof with a good interception. I've been watching it, okay, and why are we not giving more academy lads a chance? It doesn't make sense to have a bench full of players who will go in the summer anyway, says Ben. Maybe they're not ready, mate. PSG have got a penalty. It is a penalty as well on Mbappe. Carvajal on Mbappe. Takes him out. Drinking game, Mark. Every time Fred or McTominay play a sideways pass, take a shot. Oh my God, Clout. You've been in hospital with alcoholic poisoning within 5 minutes. I'll stick to my hot water, thanks. I shit myself in the chat when people were saying penalty. I thought it was a penalty to Brighton because they were on the attack. United don't win a single tackle first half, the fisherman. Messi's going to take it. Is he Messi or is he Messi? He'll score. He'll score this. Lionel Messi. They need this goal. He's missed it! Messi's missed it! He's bloody missed it! Messi misses it. Oh dear. He's gone to the keeper's left and he misses it. He's missed it. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. What's happened to Ronaldo and Messi? They're in sync, aren't they? Ronaldo and Messi are in sync. It's like when one's playing well, it inspires the other. And when one's playing crap, it inspires the other. Written in the stars, Messi finished, Messi misses it. So United win the ball in the midfield there, and then they give it away straight away. It's constant. Absolutely constant. Get Pogba on, you've got your best chance of winning the game. It was a good save by Corey, to be fair. Low down to his left. But Lindelof stepping out from the back again. He's been good at that. That's why I like Lindelof. He steps out from the back really well. But Brighton are just quicker to the ball all the time. Ronaldo.
Get in there! Right, guys. He's coming. He's coming. So. Goal scorer by number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Out of nothing, out of absolutely nothing. Just pure individualism.
So.
It's it early. Quality. Just a quality finish from Ronaldo out of absolutely nothing. And you know what, though?
Get so. Oh, shit.
More pay doesn't win it at the end as RC. Well, look, Manchester United are winning out of nothing.
Get so.
Back to Ollie Ball. There saving it at one end. And just pure moments. Just a pure moment goal. The sort of goal that Brighton can't score. You know, it's just pure and utter brilliance from Ronaldo that gets United in front. And it's the same old story with Manchester United, you know, return to Moments FC. Might be a red card here. The Man United players are going mad. It could all be turning around. I don't think it will be a red card because I think the player might have got back across. He might get a red, but I think the player would have got across. I presume it will get reviewed by VAR. Maruji says yellow card because the other player was close, to be fair.
Try.
I think United players might be ending up getting a book. It's gone to VAR, and he's going to go and have a look at it. Could be a red. Sue, she's got the red lippy on. She's out to play. Well, the game will turn on this. A Ronaldo moment of individualism and a mistake by Brighton, and it could cost them the game because if they lose a red, if they lose a player for a red card, it'll be over. 1-0 and a red card. I mean, really, it's just. I don't think it's a red. I really don't. I think he gets across. He's going to get across.
I'll say, could be a bigger. Hang on.
I don't think it is a red. given a red. It's a red card. What do you think about
Red
that?
card. Red card for Dunk.
Red card for Brighton. Dunk's off. Game over. I've got to be honest, and I will be fair on this. I don't think it's a red because I think the defender's getting across. And I'll be completely impartial as a United fan. I don't think it's a red. I think he's getting across. It's really difficult to tell with the pace. No, you can't. It's difficult. Basically, Alanga's took the ball off Dunk and he's running clean through on goal, but there is a defender there, and it's really difficult to tell. He seems to get across really quick, but obviously Alanga wouldn't have been. Yeah, it's difficult to tell. Difficult to tell. Gunsy says I don't think he would have got across. Bruno's moaning pissed me off, says and Fresh says it's a red all day. And Mark, that's a joke. No chance the defender ever gets there, says Bain. Well, there you go. It's all about opinion. A lot of people saying that it was the right decision. At least it's checked. At least they've checked it on VAR. Lewis Dunk is Maguire in disguise, says Drug. And red card for sure, says Michael. I'll bow down to the chat. You've probably seen it a lot more. Goal scoring chance denied. Well, it's not a goal scoring chance if the defender gets across, mate. But they've not done anything with the free kick. Anyway, regardless of the red card, can we just take a moment to just appreciate the brilliance of Cristiano Ronaldo? I mean, regardless about the red card, it's given the team that boost. And we're a bit lucky. We are a bit lucky. We were shit in the first half. We've had a double dose of luck. And this is why football is so unpredictable, because we've had a double dose of luck. We were crap in the first half. Ronaldo scored a goal out of nothing. Absolute sensational goal out of nothing. And we've had a bit of luck with the red card, because ultimately Dunk does a Maguire and makes a mistake, and then he's out of position. So, you know, we've got to say that we have been a bit lucky, and we've also been blessed by Cristiano Ronaldo. To be fair, we've had some bad ref decisions against us. It was only a matter of time we got something in our favour, and we needed it. We needed it, Red Harlow, I agree. I think we've needed a bit of luck, but no taking away this performance as Sam. And to be, look, you know, Lewis Dunk is Maguire in disguise, he's true.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, there'll be a lot of people saying that's never a red. But in fairness, the referee has been told to go and have a look at it. So a number of people have had a look at it and decided that it is. And Jay Jones says, Marcus a red praise. Hey, all I'm doing is saying that I can see why people would say it's dodgy. But I also am over the moon as a United fan that it is a red. I suppose it's because it's not 2-0, it's 1-0. I suppose it's because we played so bad as well. I can't believe that we're going to win this game, but it's 2-0. It's not 2-0. PSG going down every chance they get now, like vintage Barcelona. Old Trafford is buzzing, so Stuart Walker.
2-0 Cardiff.
Never doubt Ronaldo. Always amazes me how people would doubt him. I think Lamptey's going to come on. McTominay's down injured at the moment. I don't know what's going on. I mean, look, is it a bit? It is a problem if McTominay gets injured. I don't care how many people want to joke. It is a problem if McTominay gets injured because we haven't got any midfield. I don't think he's played particularly well today, but we haven't really got any midfielders. But I've always said it about McTominay as well. He's a bit injury prone. He does tend to pick up an injury every couple of months. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right hand corner. We've got PSG Real Madrid on. Brighton are going to make a couple of subs here.
Perrins, not to be quick. Give him Morpay injury McTominay. I hate that Morpay. I hate him.
I think McTominay's all right. Looks like he's all right. Mark Ronaldo was absolutely amazing, but he had a clear opportunity to play Bruno. Any thoughts on moments like that? Just curious. Have we get another Daniel Luciano? Varane's probably got ill just so he can sit at home and watch Madrid play. Think, yeah, we went from partner. But that was from big control. The time on the screen will be a little bit off, Cameron, because it's not on the TV in the UK, so there'll be people having different streams and all sorts. So I can only apologise about the timer if you're an hour ahead or 2 hours behind or 10 minutes ahead or 2 seconds behind. But the big thing about this game for United is that, look, I know we've given a lot of 1-0s away, but we should be taking some confidence from this. You know, you should not be in a million years not winning this game from being 1-0 up. And of course, we've now got the comfort of bringing Pogba on if we want to, and Rashford on if we want to, against a Brighton time that should get tired. People having a pop at Elanga, he's probably just won us the game. I know Ronaldo's won us the game, but he's probably just won us the game with that alertness to exploit the mistake by dunk. That's the game-changing thing. I know Ronaldo's goal was just brilliant, and we're over the moon with it. But I think the difference, if it had been 1-0 against 11, then I think we all know we were gonna panic a little bit, weren't we? But in this situation, I think we should be okay. But, you know, having said that, you never know with United. You never know. And don't forget Maguire.
Yeah, the to me, guys.
His fantastic save as well in the first half.
Honestly,
It was a funny old game. You can get booed off at half time. Ronaldo comes and scores a worldie. They make a mistake and get a man sent off. Suddenly you've got 3 points. I don't think we particularly played well. It's just moments FC, isn't it? It does remind me a lot of how we used to play under Ollie a year ago, where we didn't play particularly well, but we would find these big results. And that's maybe what he's going to think about doing now. Because I think the team will get confident. They'll grow from confidence because they've had a bit of luck, and, you know, that can change a lot of things. Tommy shoots over the bar. Thoughts on the City set game, says Will. Well, Man City just on a different level. Poor first half, come out strong the second half, says Eric. Mate, the most important thing is to win the game. And I think as United fans, that's all we ever want to win. But I'm telling you now, even if we win this game, we win on Sunday and we beat Watford, we might get top 4. I still think we're screwed next season. I've seen enough of these players to know what they're capable of, and they're just not good enough. We're not going to lose every game and get relegated. That's impossible. But we're never going to fight for a title with this team. And, you know, all I'm hoping for from this season is that we can somehow get top 4, and, you know, maybe they'll make the right choice with the manager who worked magic. But I don't think we're in for a very bright future, because I just don't think the players are good enough. You know, I still go back to what I said before. McTominay and Fred ain't good enough. Maguire ain't good enough, you know. None of these midfielders could lace Freddie Young's boots, says official Moxie. Hey, we had a good stream today. TUSFC. Hassan says we're top.
So what? Niggas will come at. They got Trippier out.
I meant at the end of the season.
What's buddy?
Arsenal got 3 games in hand on us anyway, haven't they? think we go 4 points ahead of Arsenal as things stand, and they've got 3 games in hand.
Damn burn. Damn burn. Jesus Christ.
Still 0-0, PSG against Roma. That'd be a really good result for Real Madrid. PSG have dominated them, but they haven't got the goal. No away goals in Champions League football. Obviously, Man United will be in Champions League action next week. That'll be an interesting game because Atletico Madrid haven't been that good. I agree with Eddie. I think that Lindelof's had a very, very strong game. Not Roma, Atletico Madrid.
Had a 1-2-0. That'll do. It's going wide, guys. We need that second goal.
Sanchez, what to say, not De Gea for a change. Shout out to Renate, Mod. Appreciate that, Renate.
What?
Get the second goal.
What?
Game 1. Basically, 65 minutes. It's gone quick this second half, hasn't it? I mean, I suppose there'll be a few minutes added on. Where are the subs?
It's like, what?
You might be thinking, do I need to pull Pogba on the pitch when we've got 3 points in the bag? Starting lineup for United: De Gea, Deleu, Varane. No, sorry, Varane was starting and then he fell out because he was sick. So De Gea, Deleu, Lindelof.
Oh,
and,
double that. That's
Shaw
fine.
And Maguire. But McTominay and Fred, Bruno ahead of them, and then Alanga, Sancho, and Ronaldo. I think we will see Rashford on at some point. What's Rob waiting for? Alanga and Scott. 11 eat that smoke for Ronaldo, Slander, don't have a doubt that goes as easier. I've never heard 11 slate Ronaldo, to be fair. And I've heard a lot of people slate Ronaldo. Finally, we get to see Sancho versus Lamptey, says Amanchu. Well, I suppose this is one way of solving the 1-0 problem, is to get someone sent off. Zark says get rid of Maguire. I don't know what he's like. Danny Welbeck's warming up. It couldn't happen. I always remember Welbeck running through 1-on-1 against Bayern Munich and trying to chip Manuel Neuer. And basically it was a back pass, wasn't it? Brighton do draw a lot, but they might struggle with 10 men. I agree with you, Dusker. I would have put Alanga on the left and Sancho on the right, but he seems to just want to play him off the right these days, doesn't he? So Cucurella's a good player, for Brighton. Bruno's been poor today, says ATC Limited. Well, you can do your player ratings. We'll have that out soon in the chat. Pessi. Got a lot of people talking about Pessi. Lionel Messi did miss a penalty to PSG. Good save by Courtois, but if you miss a penalty in a game like this. Rashford's best work has been off the bench all season. I think we need to permanently consider him as a super sub, says Alec. I agree. I like Rashford. How Sancho played marks Daniel Johnson. I think Sancho's been all right. I think he's had a bit of a quiet game, but he's been all right. I mean, considering United got booed off at half-time, and no one's going to have a great game, really. were winning the game because Ronaldo produced a moment of Ronaldo, and then Alanga got someone sent off. I mean, apart from that, we've not really played that well. Harrogate Town bottled a 3-1 lead, could be worse, as Lord Luke Buck said. Doesn't matter performance for now, just results. Yes, we said this before the game, Mark Wills. The win is what matters. You know, I actually said it at half time. I don't care if we play shit as long as we win. And ultimately, you know, sometimes a win can mask a bad performance, but I don't think anybody really thinks that we've been the better team here. We've got a player in Cristiano Ronaldo who's won us the game. Who's winning us the game. We never learn from our mistakes. Subs now to David Easy. Brighton have made 4 subs. Danny Welbeck's coming on. Get Donny on to Steve Ross. He might make a defensive sub. Sorry, Eva. We played like we are one man down, says Eunice. Basuma would be a worldy transfer, says Jazid. I still think PSG might be.
Christ, I didn't know he scored that many.
You know, but this would be a very good result for them.
Watch him fucking score and watch.
Honest thoughts on Maguire today? I mean, I think Lindelof's been better than him. So whatever you give Lindelof, maybe give Maguire half a point or a point less. If you give him Maguire a 7, I'd give Maguire a 6. If you give him Lindelof an average 6, I think you'd give Maguire a 5.5. I'd love the way that Lindelof stepped out from the back. And yeah, I do like Lindelof. And, you know, Lindelof can clearly play with Varane because he can play with bloody Maguire, and Varane's better than Maguire. So I'd like Lindelof's performance. I don't think Maguire's been terrible. Oh my Christ. How has Bruno missed that? Ronaldo would have had an assist and Bruno fucking missed from 6 yards. I mean, realistically, I just don't know. So another defensive error by Brighton. Luke Shaw's been booked, and another defensive error by Brighton. I think that keeper kicks it out to Ronaldo. He could go all the way himself. He passes it into Bruno, and somehow Bruno, basically from the penalty spot, misses. Unbelievable.
How the did that not go in?
Because that should have been 2-0. Really.
Jesus Christ.
Dunk got sent off for Brighton. He's got to score that, exactly. If Ralph wins Champions League, does he stay on? If Ralph Rangnick wins the Champions League with this team, he gets a statue, mate. The Queen would have to knight him, whether he wants it or not. It would be miraculous. I mean, have you seen who's in the Champions League? Pogba's coming on. Wow, we are playing 10 men and still so sloppy.
Pogba's coming on, yeah.
My guy, Bruno, this is Amir. We don't talk about Bruno. Pogba's going to come on, and I think Fred's going to come off.
Oh, Fed's going off, guys. Shoulder been booked. Paul Pogba's coming on.
I mean, De Gea for me. I mean, I'll do a little bit of a poll.
Come on, Poggy.
It can only be one of 2 players. Really, you've got to decide on whether De Gea's saved in the first half that keep it 0-0 or Ronaldo's moment and make it 1-0. There's a valid point in both. 1v1 in a cage, Ollie versus Ralph, who would win? Ollie, Jumbo, because he used to play football.
Bloody hellfire.
Sancho's just gone on a good run. Ronaldo sues this Simon. Loving the live polls, says Anne. Yeah, we're using them a lot now. They're good. I mean, look, a lot of people giving Bruno a bit of stick. There was always the option to play with Fred.
Because Sancho is, look at that. Go, wow.
Pogba, like, you know.
The hell did we not score? Fucking hellfire.
That option's always there. We need to score from a corner. Like. That's got to happen at some point. We need to score from a corner. The chances are stacking up now. Another cross came in and Ronaldo just headed it wide. It wasn't a corner.
Have a look.
$15 minutes to go. Di Maria came for a year, saw Glazers had no ambitions and forced to move. I don't think he did. I don't think he ever wanted to be here, to be honest. Di Maria. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner to do that. We're on the road to 200.
Oh, God, how the hell did you miss that?
Bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. Really, at the minimum, we should be getting this game won by 1-0. As a minimum, we should not be conceding against Brighton. I know people will say anything's possible with this team, but I really don't think any of us could stomach that. On his day, it would have been a hat-trick for Stu, says John for Ashton. Thank you very much. When Tommy has one good game in 10, you dismiss it, but when Ronaldo's at his world class, says Rash. Yeah, might be something to do with the amount of Ballon d'Ors, World Cups. No, he's not won the World Cup, actually. The Euros, the Premier League titles, the Champions Leagues. Don't ever come on this Super Chat forum again and compare Cristiano Ronaldo to Scott McTominay, you complete and utter tool. What are you doing with your life? What are you doing? Are you a comedian? Are you Michael McIntyre in disguise? Some things just aren't funny. Brighton have just hit the bar, by the way. People are saying, what a shot. They've just hit the bar. David was beaten. It would have been, I think it would have been a free. I don't think it was a shot. I think it was a cross. But that will panic United a little bit.
Rogers coming on.
Yeah.
Yes, guys, I've got a quick player rating after this, yes.
I don't know why anybody thought that was possible.
It should have been at 3-0.
The defensive line in a moment. I'm not going to hear anything different. So we've got player ratings which you can vote for. Links in the video description. I just need to put it in there for you. The player ratings is up on the website, unitedstand.com. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. I'm just whacking it in now. Okay. It's in the second paragraph. The first link is Boohoo Man. We're sponsored by Boohoo Man on the show. You can get 40% off with the code United Stand. I'm wearing some of their clobber here. Thanks very much to Boohoo Man. And you can get an additional 10% off when you use the 40% as well. So get yourself some clobber and get a really good discount. Thanks everybody for that. But ultimately, football is a game where a red card can happen. And that red card in this game has been very, 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 very good for Manchester United. That's how we hold on to 1-0 leads from now on. we go and get somebody sent off. Double substitution from United. Rashford and Tellez are coming on for the last 12 minutes. Well, probably 15 minutes, but we're running a bit of time. We're going to end the poll here. 57% so far are saying that Ronaldo is man of the match to 43% De Gea so far. Obviously, a lot can change. I think Basuma has probably been man of the match. 10-man Brighton. United are doomed in March. It's David Easy. Another stretch mark, says Zidane. Thank you very much. I think Rashford's come on for Sancho, which is interesting. No, Tellez has come on for Sancho. Rashford's come on for Elanga. There you go. McTominay is our best midfielder, says Thomas. Yeah, that's why our midfield's shit, mate. It amazes me how some people in our fan base just can't be consistent. Like, literally, you'll see people in the chat who'll say McTominay's absolutely crap. That's the worst first half I've ever seen. And then he goes into a 50-50 and stays on as a passion merchant. And he's like, oh, he's the best midfielder we've got. Maguire's issue is with erect. I'm not reading that out. That's rude. Just get the second goal. Bruno gets a shot off. Good save by the keeper. I think McTominay's had a better second half, and I think the reason he's had a better second half is because Brighton have had 10 men, so he's able to push forward more, isn't he? But we all know he's a better player when he can push forward. It's no secret. Right, Tellez is on the corner here. We might score one. No. Dreams can come true, but not there. Link is in the video description now. Second paragraph. Go to unitedstand.com. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. And PSG have scored late on, 3 minutes.
Oh my God!
At the time, and they've done it.
Real Madrid won. Oh, sorry. PSG won. Real Madrid 0. Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe.
They've bloody done it. Who's won it at the end? There's just a highlight. I can't see who's won it. Waiting to see here. Oh, it's just brilliant. It's Mbappe. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. What a goal by Mbappe on the world stage against Real Madrid. Against the team he's probably going to join as well. What's he doing? Perez is crying. What are you doing to his Mbappe? It's always a difficult one, though, isn't it? You're going to join that club. Brilliant goal by Mbappe, though. His future team. But then again, he's playing for the now, isn't he? He's got to play for his now. Can't knock it, but right at the end as well. I think the referee's ready to blow here. We are playing with fire by not finishing this game off, says Alec Miller. Brighton don't score many goals with 11 men. Neymar changed the game for PSG, says Marvin. Yeah, Neymar started off on the bench, didn't he? But yeah, they've won it 1-0. BH says Brighton are having a crap season. They've drawn too many games, mate. I don't feel sorry for Brighton. We needed to win this game, and it makes you think about...
I don't feel sorry for me either. I don't give a crap. We needed this one, even though we've been crap.
I mean, in many ways, football's a funny old game, isn't it? You know, worst performance, best result. You know. Tommy's just Scooby Dooed it over. Scooby Day, Scooby Skied it. But it's the points that matter. It's the points that matter. Get over the line, get the points in. That's all that matters in this game. Get the result. Please subscribe. Bottom right hand corner, by the way. We are closing in on 274,000. We're only 10 away. So bottom right hand corner to subscribe. Good play by United from their own half there, and it's ended up with a yellow card for Brighton. Moving the ball quickly there. That was, it's probably that best passage of play in 3 months. Nice little play between Pogba and McTominay and Rashford and Bruno, and just first touch football. That's what it's all about. Some sad twats in the chat, isn't there, really? It's like screaming, please, notice me. Jack Walker, thank you very much for the chat.
Are we playing next year? Are we playing next? Is it?
Or Sheretire on the wings is either. I'm not sure Sheretire is ready, and
oh yeah, Leeds.
I don't think they really want to use. I don't think
But
they
again,
want to use
easy.
Lingard, do they?
Am I watching that yet? No.
I think Lingard's there if
Oh, you don't watching that anymore? What's this time we're doing here?
About Poch, but PSG have absolutely played Madrid off the park tonight. Good advert for attacking football, says Daniel Sharba.
We got loads of going in. It's Watford, so we're doing a watch on for that and that.
I think PSG would be.
No, I can't. No, oh yeah, we can. I'll go see. We got the thing as well. Man City, nope. I'll do a stream for it, but I'm not watching it. MIL, because we'll get Watford the park.
I don't know how Bruno Fernandes hasn't scored in this game.
Spurs, maybe. Madrid, no. Liverpool, no. Leicester, I might do that because that's not done well.
In the box.
Everton, probably. Norwich, yeah, I'm watching that one. Yeah, I'm watching that.
We're going to win this game. 1-0 against 10 men. Really, we should have put this game to bed a long time ago. And it's not like Brighton are pushing for goals. They're not. But Bruno's not had a very good game tonight. But as I said, are we going to pretend that United have had a good game tonight? I don't think United have had a good game tonight. I think that De Gea's made a world-class save, Ronaldo scored a world-class goal, and Donk's made a world-class pass of himself, and we've won 1-0. It's as simple as that. I don't think it's been a very good United performance. I think we've just got the job done. And got 3 very, very big points. I mean, possession-wise, it's 50-50. And we've been playing with 10 men. We've been playing 11 against 10 for 40 minutes. But it's the points that matter.
Mm-hmm.
Go on, Tommy, do a little bit of a push. So
This is look, guys. Oh wow, yeah, they put the cusp and look, it dipped and it hit the post. So there you go.
We need to score more goals. We do.
Yeah, we do. Hours left, 88 minutes.
Couple of minutes.
Yes, guys, I've got to play ratings after this. Yes, as well.
been impressive, says Oscar. I mean, you know,
I don't know what. I don't know. I'm gonna do these player ratings. I think my man of the match. I think I'm gonna. I'm not gonna do it yet. I think I know what it's gonna be. No, it's not Ronaldo. No. Sanch. I think my man of the match is. I'm gonna say it on the 90th minute.
Brighton for me is a harder game than Leeds and Watford, and we need to pick up another. We need to pick up another 3 points here against Leeds on Sunday. And then Watford at home, really, we should be getting that as well. So it just puts us back in the race for top 4.
Yes, I'll be doing Watchalong on. I might put it in after this.
Would have been
The Leeds against.
catastrophic for us.
Welbeck, put it wide.
Goes into the box and Welbeck gets up for a free header. It's just not.
Actually, I'm gonna put that in here now.
It's just not football. If you had to say yes or no after this win, do you think United will get top 4?
1 minute, I'm gonna just get the thing.
I'm not going to say yes or no because I think people who say we're not going to get top 4 are just pissed off, and people who say we are going to get top 4 are speculating. But
I'm gonna put it as that, right? How many? 6 minutes added on. Where the hell they got 6 minutes from? Oh, I'm not bothered, but go on. 2 o'clock kickoff. Is that 2 o'clock? Is that 2? I better probably do a live of that.
Well, I think I've put it well on Twitter. I've said we've been so crap tonight. Thank God for De Gea and Ronaldo. Moments FC has arisen. Because I genuinely think that sometimes.
Oh, 26. Right, so the 20th. So the 20th. 20th. I could do that one.
And, result-wise, it's very, very good for us. But let's not pretend we've been great tonight. We've not. And I think even with 10 men, they've looked decent.
It's too firm to be sure.
6 minutes.
Sunday. So the 2 o'clock kickoff, so it'll be about 72 when I'm live.
The thing is, Potter won't appreciate this, but they've played us. They've been the better footballing side, and they've lost because we've got Ronaldo and De Gea, and they'll never be able to afford those types of players. That's why we should be winning, but they walk away with nothing. Rashford is so bad, says Jazz.
So like I said, guys, I've just put it in now. I've got the Watchalong on Sunday.
Nick Bates says, "Come on, Brighton." Mark, why don't you like McTominay? Says Thomas. I don't know the guy. I don't know why people have to make it so about person. It's about ability. I just don't think he's that good. I don't think Maguire's that good. I don't think Rashford's particularly good at the moment, but he's one of my favourite players. So I'll always be honest. I don't think Bruno's very good. So it's not.
No, I don't. Shut up.
Player. I think McTominay is worse than Rashford and Bruno. I think they've got actual talent. But on tonight's performance, he probably had a little bit of a better game.
I don't want to play Raid's going to be in this. I think Bruno's going to. I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to do play ratings after this game. I can't give no play ratings until I've done the game. But I'll definitely do more on the matches. Yep.
Still 3 minutes to go. David says, "How are we giving them so much of the ball?" Mark, would you take Potter at United, says Ruben? I don't think I would.
No, I wouldn't either.
I think
I'll do 1%. Softy.
To buy Potter, but,
Got the ball anyway.
Rashford hype train will be derailed after some weeks, says Jazz. Look, we need these players to start performing better, don't we? And I think that with Rashford, I do think off the bench he offers something.
What a name that is, that. Yes, guys, I'm on the play ratings there, but I'm not doing nothing yet.
A win is a win, says that guy. Look, exactly. We won't remember this in 6 weeks. We'll be getting smashed at home tonight. We won't remember this in 6 weeks. Really, you know, we've dropped silly points against Burnley. We probably deserved to draw with Southampton. And tonight, I don't think we haven't deserved to win. I just think the circumstances of it are probably a little bit fortuitous. That we, you know, the De Gea save in the first half was superb, and the Ronaldo goal was superb, and that's what's won us the game. That's
Who is he?
not known about United are lucky. The whole reason we spoke about buying Cristiano Ronaldo was for that. How long should we wait for them to perform? Says Jazz. Currently, McTominay's been booked. I mean, how many times has McTominay been booked now? He must be heading towards another suspension. Seems to get booked every game. Can somebody in the chat tell us how many times McTominay's been booked this season? Because I'm pretty sure he's been booked in the last 4 games, and he must be heading towards another suspension. I think it's 8. Yeah, he's all right. He's got another couple to go then, or 7 or 8. Well, United are parking the bus here, and so they might. Just get the bloody points and move on. And Leeds at the weekend, which we normally do quite well against Leeds. So we've struggled against Brighton all night, mate. I don't think any United fan's going to defend this performance. We're just going to take the 3 points and run. If you're an Arsenal fan or a Spurs fan laughing at us for, struggling against Brighton, then, unfortunately, you're not going to get much out of us for it, really. And we've got a lucky break on here, and I think Bruno finally is going to score. And Bruno at last.
Bruno!
2-0, and the game is done. And I think at the end of the day,
Done!
the result and jog on. Because
Go on, let me hear his name.
convinced by that. I'm happy by that, but I ain't convinced by it. I think we played pretty shit tonight, but we've got the job done and we've got the 3 points. And ultimately, the big positive is that it's going to piss off
Fernandez!
Arsenal, because they'll be like, you know what, Brighton on another day might have got a result, but
Have a
ultimately
look.
they didn't get a result. We did, and that's what makes it. That's what makes it good for us. I mean, Bruno could have had a goal a long time ago, and I think he should have done. And 2-0 is probably
You had to stop, didn't it?
unfair on Brighton, but we've been playing against 10 men for 40 minutes. Man of the match for me was Dunk. No, man of the match for me is probably Ronaldo or De Gea. But let's hope they take it as a kick up the arse. We kept a clean sheet. David De Gea doesn't get many of those. Maguire's not made a mistake. Tommy and Fred haven't cost us the result. Pogba's come on and done well. Bruno eventually got his goal. Ronaldo scored an individual worldie. And we get the 3 points, and the final whistle goes. So, look, let's take the win. What I want to say is player ratings, link in the video description. It's another
Stuff you, Harry Potter.
link in the video description for the player ratings. Lots to discuss.
Bruno! He came on sponsored like Cristiano. I think I'm going to become so doing this. Bruno. He can get sponsored like Cristiano. He goes down, he goes right. Bezos don't shine. He's just supposed to be magnifico. Right, guys. Now I'm going to do the match ratings when I come back. Right, guys. I'll switch in to my YouTube now. Get in. Give me a minute, guys. I'm just gonna just change. Just give me a minute. Right. So you that shit, yeah. I want this one. Oh, go get on the camera. Right, 1 minute, guys. Yeah, just cooking and I'll get on. Chomp it. Right, guys. I'm just gonna leave in there, but I'm just gonna put full time on that. Right, let me just I'm just gonna I'm just going to right. I'm just watching Corbridge at the minute, and then I'm gonna go on people them. Let's put full time. Right, guys, like I was saying, now it's time for the play ratings. First off, crap, what am I doing? David De Gea. Well, I thought he played. I thought he was outstanding. Me, he kept a clean sheet. Don't forget, guys. There were no conceding tonight. He kept a clean sheet, and I thought he put out some running. So I'm going to give him. I'm going to give him a 10. I'm man of the match as well. Dilo, I'll give him a 7. Maguire, 3. Sorry, but he made a few mistakes in the first half. Well, actually not a few mistakes. The ball, he had hold of the ball and he kicked it out. Nah. Lindelof, I'll give him a 6. 6.6, yeah. Shaw, I'll give him a 4. Fred, 3. Scooby-Doo, what's to give him? I'll give him 5. Bruno, well, even though he got the winner, I thought it was quite okay. He had the chances, but there's just string of passes in the first half. I'll give him a 7. Alanga, give him a 5. Sancho, quite second half he came into it. I'll give him a 7 for that. Ronaldo, very quiet. He was very quiet for start. Well, okay, they all were quiet for start, but I'll give him give him a 6. I'll give him a 6. Because second half he should have been an hat-trick. Pogba, 7. I'll give him a 7. I'll give him a 6 because his second half when he came on, he actually did alright. Where's Rashford? Where are we, Rashford? Oh, where's Rashford? Because this is better with yours. Where's Rashford? I'll give him an 8. Because he did change the formation. Ronaldo. So you guys, so like I said, guys, right? I'm gonna get this set up now, get my Timmy Trumpet set up, and I'm gonna speak to my beautiful fiancée now. So like I said, guys, I will be back tomorrow. No. I will be back at some point tomorrow with maybe a video or something, I don't know. But I won't be back for watching until Friday now for my first Super League watchalong. So I will be back on I'll be back on Friday. I'm not doing no Wednesday, Thursday watchalong, no. But like I said, I will be doing the most probably the preview one on the preview will be Sunday. So I think it'll be probably Friday, but late on. The preview will most probably be Friday. But probably about between 5 and 5:30. Because obviously I might be working. So until then, guys. So came out. And Bruno's back in the thingy. So yeah. Until then, guys. Don't forget to follow my beautiful fiancée on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, and I will be back on Friday night about 10 to 8 for the Wigan Warriors versus Leeds Rhinos watch-along. My very first would be watch-along. Peace.